på et tidspunkt. Det er så, vi har noget ekstra content til vores indkommende OnlyFans.
Jeg glæder mig allerede.
Ja.
Ja.
Som bare os, der sidder og snakker ekstra. Basically.
Ja. But...
Yeah.
Should we start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing this again. Once again. We're back. We're filming. Even more.
So today we're going to talk about my one-shot campaign.
Yeah, campaign.
In citations. Which most of the guys is a part of. Well, actually all.
I think everyone's been has played in your one-shot campaign at least once.
Yeah.
You've held 4?
4, yeah.
4 of these.
And one one of them was very spontaneous.
Was
so
it was the pancake.
Yeah, we have. That's 4, yeah.
Did we?
No, that's 3.
I think it's only 3.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and the third one was the last, and that was the spontaneous one.
I have the 4th on my phone. So in my head, I've done 4.
Yeah, you prepared for number 4 already. Yeah, of course.
But so we did 3.
Yeah.
Which the whole thing, as you know, is that every time we level up.
Yeah.
So I don't get all the usual player stuff. When do we level up? Up?
Yeah, exactly. That's the most annoying part about DMing. I think that's that's one of the more annoying parts out of game. Yeah. At least in game there can be other things. Like out of game, it's always the one question that you kind of fear when you're DMing, because when the players begin asking that and you don't find that it's the right moment in the story. If you're doing milestones, which we've played with the most. If the players think, oh, we should get a level, and you as the DM has planned when the next level is within the story, you're probably just gonna end up for a couple sessions getting this answer, and you're like, I'm gonna be annoying once again. No, you don't level up. So instead you're doing this one-shot campaign.
Yeah, where it's going to be harder for me, but more fun for you guys. Yeah. Because I have to get some kind of mission for you guys every time. Yeah.
You need to scale it up.
Yeah, scale it up
quite a lot each time. Yeah.
Well, if I don't want to scale it, I can maybe put a mystery in or something. Yeah. But yeah, I try.
Yeah, I think it's gone great up until now, and
I've done 3.
Yeah, you've done 3, but I think the last one was quite spontaneous. We were just hanging out, some of us, and I was like, what's the chance you're gonna come up with a one shot over dinner?
And then I pulled up with a banger.
And then you pulled up with another banger. I think the you said before before that you didn't want to do longer campaigns, which I think is a shame because you're actually quite good at role playing NPCs. There was a kind of a role playing scene in the last one shot where we were at a final restaurant, and you picked up 2 NPCs, which one of the NPCs was kind of spit up and had these mannerisms with his body, and then there was another NPC which came and poured our drinks, which was just fully mellow and winded down. So it was quite a contrast, and you were really good at just picking up both characters.
Yeah, so so you went to this fine dining place where you were greeted by the owner with a lot of enthusiasm. Yeah. He really wanted you to get in here and eat.
Was he the owner?
Yeah, the first guy.
Okay.
And then you get seated, and then you have 2 waiters. One for your drinks and one for your food.
Yeah.
And the one for your drinks, I tried to make like this totally down to earth guy.
Yeah.
Well, do you want some more, man? Why can't I get some water for you?
Yeah.
Maybe you like a wine guy.
Yeah. Exactly.
What a great choice, man. Each time, any one of you said anything. And then I had like the polar opposite. Like we had this, so you want this? Oh yeah, just take that, But you really want this and this because it's more, not more expensive, but you know.
It's better. It's higher.
It's better. It's better. It's more quality. Yeah. You know.
It's like the quality.
You.
I know.
It's better for me. It's more. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
And all of that. So he was
He was just coked up.
Yeah. It was the thing for me.
Yeah.
The whole like kitchen culture.
Yeah.
With, you like get the whole spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the stereotype is like these coked up guys.
Yes, that is quite a stereotype.
Yeah.
But I think you did quite well at like role playing it, which is one of the things that I enjoy from your one shots. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to go through all of the one shots just in fast pace?
Well, maybe you have to help me with which ones come first.
The first one is the pancake.
But it's the pancake one.
It's the pancake.
But
that's where I got
which is like the most amazing story ever. It's the best start to any campaign ever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Me and Silas has been whispering pancake to each other at all following sessions.
Yeah. But yeah, so in each session, each small one shot, the whole thing is that you play as a character you want to play. I don't really care if you switch it up from time to time, but I need you to play the same person.
Yeah.
So it's okay if the person is a fighter one shot, and then a mage, a wizard, sorcerer, whatever, the other one shot. I don't care as long as you're with the same guy.
Yeah.
And if you die, it's okay. You switch everything up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, then the whole shtick is that you do everything off the records.
Yeah.
You have this guy on top who wants everything done in the dark.
Yeah.
You have to be
because it's
about everything.
We're supposedly adventurers.
Yeah.
Solo adventurers at that. That don't have a group usually, but we got recruited as we joined the guild. We got recruited quite fast by this higher up guy in the guild who wanted to do some not illegal side jobs, but like jobs that he can't put on official records for the guild. So he gathers this group of normally solo adventurers to join up all once in a while.
The narrative on the first one shot was that he thought you guys was someone else.
Yeah.
And then
that's right.
He was like when the guy's called Yelen.
Yeah.
But when he found out that you weren't the guy, he was like, just fuck it. We're just gonna run with this.
We roll.
Yeah. We're gonna roll with this.
Yeah.
But yeah. But then the first campaign was inspired by an Adventure Time episode.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna recall the whole episode, but it was about finding a crystal food item.
Yeah.
And then help a hopeless NPC character.
Yeah.
With finding this artifact.
Yeah.
And then I created a horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which weren't a horse, but he looked kind of like a horse.
Yeah.
And then it was an artifact as well.
Yeah, it's this artifact that looks like a horse.
Yeah,
but isn't living.
Yeah, so if you think of like the toy horse.
Yeah.
He can't really run because he's like a thing. So he just like jumps on stiff legs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then he can only find other artifacts. It's his.
Yeah.
That's the artifact's gift, or what you can call.
Yeah, like, it's kind of a radar ability. Or it's a detector.
Like
yeah.
So it's just, if you release it, it's just gonna go to the nearest artifact.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can locate other artifacts.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
yeah, so the first one shot was we got tasked to find this crystal pancake inspired by the Adventure Time episode.
Yeah. Which is
an
apple in the episode. But
it was an apple.
Yeah, okay.
But I haven't seen it.
No,
yeah.
But yeah. But it was just because at the time I was eating pancakes, so when I made it, and I was like, it's gonna be a crystal pancake.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crystal pancake.
And
which turns living things into pancakes.
Yeah, every organic thing.
Yeah, which turned into my first character.
Yeah.
In this campaign, having died in a battle while protecting this NPC, which we weren't really protecting because he could also fight.
Yeah.
Quite well actually. But we were level 1, and we fought some goblins, and I just got basically one shot. And then instead, because
double crit.
Yeah, it was amazing because I hit a goblin, one-shotted, and as I hit, the next goblin in the initiative turn just backstabbed me and crit me, and I just went straight down because it's level 1. And since nobody in the party had any way to revive me, I was stabilized, but I wasn't living. And while the others in the party got to the cave of the pancake and managed to get by the pancake guardian, someone ended up touching me with the crystal pancake.
Yeah, so
and I got
you were carried by the NPC.
Yeah, yeah.
And the NPC was the guy who wanted the pancake.
Yeah.
And then in like a frenzy of like, I want this artifact right now.
Yeah.
He picked it up and put it in his bag, but you were on his shoulders, so he just touched you with it, and then there was like just a pancake on you. And then we had this moral dilemma: do we bury him or do we eat him?
Yeah. Yeah, so one of the players wanted to eat him. No, the NPC wanted to.
Me.
Yeah, the NPC wanted to eat him, and the players, which is two. I think it's like a druid and
a monk.
Monk, yeah, and they're both like peaceful guys, nature men, peaceful guys.
Yeah.
So they were like, no, we're gonna bury him and plant him in the ground, and then
gonna return him to the nature.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was a kind of a long discussion, but I thought it was funny to have like this first character that I thought, okay, I have an idea of what I want to do with this guy, and he's gonna be great because we level up each session, and I'll get to high level fast, and then I have this fun build to try, and then I'm like, oh, he's a pancake. Oh, okay, I'll do something else. But it was my own decision. We agreed upon it, so it's fair.
Yeah, I asked you if it's okay.
Yeah. And I thought it was funny. So now me and Silas, one of the other players, whenever we're playing, if it's in your campaign or the other campaign with Lasse as the DM. We just sit and whisper to each other like pancake, because my first character ended up being planted in the ground, and then they wanted to grow a pancake tree, or something like that. So
which didn't happen.
No, I didn't. Yes, but the first session was quite creative until you told us it was inspired by Adventure Time, because I think Marcus. Knew exactly what it was when you told them.
Yeah.
But me and Silas just sat there like, I don't know, it's a good session.
Well, it was not all that much. It was only like the horse part.
Okay, yeah.
And then the
A crystal pancake.
The crystal pancake, which was an apple. And in the Adventure Time is a little elephant they help, and in this it's a drunk.
Yeah, some drunk
adventure guy.
Yeah.
You help.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the second one shot, I can't actually remember. I remember that I rocked up with a new character.
Okay, I'm gonna do the illegal thing and just look.
The illegal thing.
Yeah.
No, but I remember creating a new character, which was a cleric dwarf, I think.
It was the infiltration.
That's the one where some rich noble, their kid got kidnapped by some orcs.
Yeah, and then you had to rescue track him down.
Yeah.
So
I remember that one.
Let's just skip the whole thing about you getting get out of the city and track him down. It was quite easy for you guys.
Yeah, we got approached by the sketchy high-ranking guild member, and then was like, "There's another job. Get on it."
There's like maybe a year to 2 years between every session. So
that explains why that explains why we level up as well. Yeah. Because we in-game, a lot of time passes.
Yeah.
Also, I think everyone is playing non-human races, so it makes sense that we live longer.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
But yeah, you get to this forest where you have located, or you've been told that the orcs are in.
Yeah.
And then you follow this road.
There's this orc tribe that ambush a lot of people. That's why we know they are there. Yeah.
And then you get down this fucking stig. Path.
Or road.
This little path, road-ish, through the forest, and then you get to like a bypass. Is it that? No.
Yeah, some fork in the road.
Yeah, fork in the road.
Yeah, it splits
and
in two,
then
right?
I just make the classic answer, right or left? Not answer, question.
Yeah.
And then
the answer is right and left. No.
But yeah.
We ended up going right, leading us to this woodworker, I guess.
Yeah, the woodworker John.
Yeah, this guy who just made sure that the forest was actually well.
Yeah.
And he had been bothered by the orcs quite a lot. And he had like this kind of a war with them, where he had a lot of traps in the forest and tried to kill them in that way, and sometimes they came to his house trying to kill him. But so he was quite a helpful NPC, since he could show us the way to the orc camp.
Yeah, and then just to clap myself on the shoulder, scratch my own back.
Please do.
I tried to play him as like kind of mysterious. You don't know if he's going to like kill you.
No.
Or
he was quite intimidating at first.
Yeah, because I made him like this big, brawly dude with like a big axe by his side all the time. But in the end, he was just like a lonely guy.
Yeah, he was just a lonely guy that actually enjoyed having company, and he gave us quite a feast, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
just a lot of meat. I remember.
A lot of meat.
Yeah. And everything was made out of a tree, because you know.
Yeah, he made everything in his house himself, because he cut down trees and made it.
Yeah. And then like he had, so surprised, the other road went right to the orc camp.
Yeah.
And because they have occupied the road.
Yeah.
It's not like beside it or in the forest near.
Oh.
It's on the road. And then
that makes sense.
The forest between the two paths is where all the traps were.
Yeah.
So he showed you like the only path you could take where there were no traps inside.
Yeah.
And then you scouted it around, and you somehow, I don't remember really how you did it, but you infiltrated it quite well.
Yeah, but, I think.
Can you remember that?
I think I had either I had or someone else had the disguise self spells.
Oh yeah.
So 2 of us could transform into orcs.
Yeah.
And then I think the last guy was just a half orc already.
Yeah.
So we just convinced people that we were a part of the tribe.
There was some seriously lucky.
There were some good rolls. There were some good rolls to convince people that we were actually part of the tribe. And my character doesn't know orc, but he had disguise self, so he transformed into an orc. And then when somebody talked to me, I was like, oh, can I, as a part of my disguise self, just transform into an orc and seem a little bit taller, and then transform my tongue to look like it's cut off so that I can't speak. Yeah. And then that played off quite well.
Yeah. There was some convincing from Matthias.
Yeah, Matthias was a half orc. Is a half orc.
Oh, I think you killed the orc, and then you disguised yourself as him.
Matthias did the retard orc.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Silas is he was the druid, so he transformed into like a fly or something, so he could infiltrate easily.
Yeah, is it Lilith then that's playing half orc?
I can't really remember.
I think Lilith is playing the half orc.
Yeah.
Matthias can transform as well, like my character, and Silas could be some animal, a fly or something.
You went in, infiltrated, and somehow routed up a crowd to like attack the woodworker.
Somehow it was the only way to actually infiltrate, because we were about to get caught, and then we were like, actually we have to.
It was him.
Yeah, it's actually we have to kill the woodworker, and we all have to go now, because that's the only way we convinced them that we were supposed to be there and we were part of the tribe. So while they were getting ready to leave, we tried to scout around the camp, trying to find the noble's son or daughter. I don't actually remember.
I think it was son.
Yeah, the kidnapped child. We found them. Silas found them as some animal.
I think it was some kind of insect.
Yeah.
But and then he waited for you guys to like get them away.
Yeah.
And it took like
too long.
So long, because first of all you had like, should we like say something to this woodworker guy?
Yeah. Or we had a long discussion whether or not we should actually like try and stop the orc attack or warn the woodworker or something, because we were worried that we had just killed him by sending all the orcs there.
But then you got kinda caught by the shaman, right?
Yeah, we had a scuffle with like a shaman orc caster or something like that. That was clearly higher level than level 2, because she absolutely schooled us and then left. And we didn't see any more of her. I think she just left and also left the rest of the camp to die. So that was quite lucky, because she was definitely above our pay grade. Yeah. Challenge rating wise. So.
It was well, she was just supposed to be like some funny gig.
Yeah.
And then you could like, she was like kinda meh about you guys infiltrating her camp.
Yeah.
And then, but then you were like, we're going to kill her, and then was like,
because she figured out that we were not actually a part of the tribe and that we had transformed and that stuff. So we were like, oh no, we have to kill her, no witnesses. And we couldn't. She was too strong.
Yeah, but she just escaped.
Yeah, she just escaped.
And then Silas got the kid, and you helped John not dying.
Yeah, we ended up running after the orcs and then helped John escape from them. And most of them ended up dying to all the traps.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
But when I look back at it, I should just had let them walk down the road and then walk up to John.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I was
they
like,
could have done that instead.
Yeah. But I guess it's orcs.
Yeah.
But so
they were too straightforward. They just had to go.
He's over there.
Yeah. Then that's the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun, and then we got the kit bag and got our money's worth, and yeah.
Oh, maybe we should talk about my award system. So you have always the money choice, which is a lot of money, but it's like because there's like so many potential campaigns between each one shot. So I give you a lot of money to this is what you can use between the sessions.
Yeah.
But either way you always get like a small magic item.
Yeah.
Kind of worth the same. Yeah. But it's a fixed one.
Yeah. So you're like, you either get this magic item or this amount of gold.
Yeah. Or you have been... One of them were like housing.
Yeah, we were offered houses or rather apartments in Waterdeep, I guess.
Yeah. Waterdeep. Because it's... I don't use Lass's World.
No, it's most of the time... Coast. Most of the time it's easier to just look at the Forgotten Realms that Wizards of the Coast has created and just pick a city. Because if you wanna have inspiration for one-shots or things like that, you can just go on the D&D wiki and just read about the city.
Yeah.
And then just take it from there. It's much easier if you have to freestyle something.
Yeah. And then the next one, third, the one I got on the spot.
Yeah, the spontaneous one.
Spontaneous one. Would you start?
Yes. We were level 3 for this one shot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the third one. That makes sense. We had to kill this guy who was he was a major pimp.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So basically, the Adventurers Guild had some giant party, and then this major league pimp had gotten a hold of
not the guild. It was just the elite of Waterdeep had.
Also, just nobles.
Yeah, it was just it was about the time the whole Diddy thing went on. So I was like, they had a Diddy party, and then the guy who had to come with the hookers. He didn't come with the good stuff.
No, he came.
And then they were like,
no, because the high-ranking guild guy was mad because a lot of the nobles had gotten STIs or something like that from the party.
And then he was like, syphilis or something.
Yeah, syphilis. Yeah, something like that. Makes sense. It was Middle Ages. Yeah. But like, because a lot of them had gotten STIs, this guy was like, we can't have that happen. You have to assassinate him.
Yeah.
And then we had this
rational thing to.
Yeah, the only rational thing to do. This guy, he gave us syphilis. Kill him. He has to be killed, I guess. Yeah.
I knew it.
I knew. He's gotta die. But yeah, so we had to seek him out, and he lived in this weird town where half of the people there, the 80% of the people there. Yeah, it was
like
they were
under
his
sex
rule.
cult.
Yeah.
Which was like everybody was cocked. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So like the men was like servants of his. And then all their wives were his wives as well.
That's right.
And then he had like... He refused to have more clothes than just like cloth on his crutch.
Yeah.
But
he did it Greek style, having a cloth halfway over and then covering,
But yeah, he just lived as almost like a god in this small town.
Yeah.
And
that's
you
where
were
the restaurant was as well.
The fine dining were in the cult city.
Yeah.
I thought I said like it was about half of the city was in the cult and the other part knew about it. So everybody know.
Yeah.
But this city doesn't get any visitors. No. So you were like celebrities once you came in.
Yeah, because in a city where no one really travels to, a group of adventurers arrive, and adventurers have money most of the time.
Yeah.
And that's why the
and
restaurant...
you look apart because you're... Nobody in that group is a human.
No,
so it's like
true.
A Goliath. Is it a tiefling?
Yeah,
and
I think
then,
at this point, yeah.
Lasse was a tiefling, and then there were...
I'm not a dwarf, so it's not that.
Dwarf, but still, if it's only human city, they don't see dwarfs.
Yeah.
And then... dwarf, Goliath.
Yeah, we were only us three.
Yeah.
That because we had to.
Yeah. You were a different crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I tried to like... It was one of these times where the party did something completely besides what I wanted them to do. Because it was assassination.
Yeah. But we had to get inside somehow, and we had to assassinate.
But you walked down the main street in your... like you didn't try anything to not stand out.
No, that's true.
And you just walked down and just asked people, where did this guy live?
Yeah, what is this?
And you know, half of them like praise him like a god, and then where's that? Where is that?
Where is he? Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah, and we were part of the assassination.
We just want to kill. No, sorry, to fuck him. What?
Well, yeah, but part of the assassination mission was that it had to be discreet, and no one had to really know what happened.
Yeah.
So being so blatant and just asking people where he is was quite a dumb move. So we ended up in a restaurant instead, which was quite a fun role-playing moment.
Yeah, because you got followed, right?
Yeah, that's right. We got followed by some people because we were too conspicuous. And then
asked everybody and like, where's this guy? Yeah. And then each time you asked, oh, he's down there, and then you walked like a minute or two, and then wait, do you know this guy?
We were most confused people ever. Yeah.
But yeah, so there was some people who like followed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not discreetly. They were just walking.
Yeah.
Just.
They had to
following you and.
Yeah. Yeah, but we managed to go into the restaurant and then get people's eyes off of us. And then when leaving the restaurant, we were more discreet. And Silas the druid, Goliath the druid, managed to transform into an insect again. And then fly down to the giant house, I guess. The palais.
Mansion?
Yeah, mansion. The mansion that this sex cult leader had. And he got to see inside some of it.
Which was like just a big brothel.
Yeah, it's just a big brothel. And then while mine and Lasse's character, I don't remember what she was called. I think he played a female tiefling like Sabrina. Yeah, something like that. And then Lasse had this wonderful idea that we were supposed to pretend that we were a married couple.
Yeah.
And we wanted to be a part of the cult, so my character, the dwarf, had to be cucked and watch Sabrina be fucked and by the cult leader, and then when getting him into a room by himself, we could then assassinate him, which was the original plan. It ended up being the opposite because the cult leader wanted to fuck the dwarf instead.
Yeah.
So we let that happen. And then because I'm playing a cleric, I had the the silence spell prepared. And when we got the cult leader into a separate room, I managed to cast silence. And then we knocked him out.
And I was like, we're level 3. I'm not gonna make him like crazy. He's just an ordinary man who has a lot of money and has a cult. Yeah. And you were like, yeah, we're gonna have to fight him.
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna be strong. He's gonna be too strong.
And I'm just gonna run with you guys thinking that. And then you did like just tap him.
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, so Lasse got to casting one spell, and then I just unarmed strike him because I had taken all of my clothes off for the encounter and make it believable.
Yeah.
And then I cast a silence spell. Lasse's character casted some other damaging spell, and I got to unarmed striking him, and I think we dealt like 12 damage, and he was down, and we were like, okay, this is it, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then Silas' character, he had like a snake staff, something like that.
Yeah.
And then he summoned a snake and made the snake bite him in the throat. So he made it look like a snake actually killed the cult leader. And then we stuffed him in a closet and ran away. And that was basically the end of that one shot. And
yeah.
Yeah.
And then because of the snake bite, then nobody got blamed, and then you got like an extra reward.
That's right.
So
yeah. Oh, so quite cool actually. Yeah, but it's I think it's quite a fun project, like having this side running campaign which isn't a real campaign. It's just a lot of one shots that correlate because they have like the same characters and the same world and same NPCs, but it's like it's still different stories each time, so it fits quite well with the one-shot formula. And I think it's nice to have this break from Lasse's campaign because Lasse's campaign is fun. Don't get me wrong, but like playing only one campaign,
one
character for 1.5 years now, it gets sometimes kind of stale. Some sessions are not. It gets a bit old, especially for me because I'm playing a fighter, and that's quite a limited way to do things with
like
a fighter.
Awful at like doing a fight quick.
Yeah.
So
fights take long.
Yeah. So but if you want, I can give a little teaser for the next one.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, that was why I looked at the phone. I was like, I just had to like.
Oh, you had to look at it.
Just like.
Yeah.
Am I remembering right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can you, before you begin, can you max me up?
Yeah, I can max you up, man.
Thank you.
But it's like a recovery mission again.
Okay.
With another child of a noble.
Damn.
But it's like this time. It's because our favorite guy, Yelen, which is the guy who's high up in the guild.
Yeah.
He owes this noble a favor, and he was like, "I'm not gonna do it myself.
No,
I have these guys doing everything for me."
Yeah.
And then you guys have to rescue him from this wizard dude, and then I plan to give you like a kind of moral dilemma.
Okay.
When you
the
get
perfect ones in D&D, yeah.
Yeah.
Make the story more interesting. The story. Yeah.
Yeah. And depending on what answer you choose, it's going to be one or the other end of this session.
Yeah, so you have different endings prepared already.
There's 2 different endings.
There are 2 different endings, yeah. But still, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I just thought of something and then I forgot it again. It's annoying.
You have a one-shot.
I wanted to... Right? I have a one-shot coming up, but first I want to say, in your one-shot campaign, I think one of the really fun parts, especially for me in the first of the one-shots, is that the recruitment of these missions is told to one of the characters.
Yeah.
And then that character has to roleplay with the other characters and convince them to join up for the mission once again. So you get this dynamic where it's one of the players that has the role to go to the other players and be like, hey, we have to do this, and then I'll have to roleplay with the players, which makes more of a it just leads to a lot more roleplay between players, which is the better part of D&D.
I do that because not any shade on you or Lasse, but it's in my experience in our campaigns is that we have not done that a lot, where there's like you have the choice to make the roleplay your own. It's like you have some kind of narrative. You have to convince the other players.
Yeah.
Not just NPC.
Yeah, not just an NPC. Yeah, because what I did a lot of my campaign, which is a thing that I've learned from having experience now with doing difference, but especially in my campaign, because we were all new to it, except you, when we began, was that I just took all of the story elements and then just made it mostly NPC driven and not too much character driven, so there wasn't a lot of roleplay between characters. Only most of the roleplay was between one character and an NPC, which just led to me talking with one guy.
But yeah,
but so the
Lasse does it great, but
yeah,
the thing is that
he's good.
He has like almost gives us too much space. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes he just sits there expecting us to roleplay. Yeah,
do something.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
But,
he's like,
but
talk.
It's a good thing, but we're not that good at playing together like that. So
no.
So in a way, we're just gonna like metagame conversation.
We sometimes just metagame.
It's been better since like the last couple of months.
Yeah,
but not to like scratch my own back again. But it was like since my first one shot, we've been better.
Yeah, but I've
been forcing you to do it in my campaign.
Yeah, that's true, and because you forced us to do it, it gets easier because you get used to it. And also, I just found that in your one-shot campaigns, I had an easier time role-playing with the players because I had like an objective. Because in the first session, I had to be the one that was like, I had to pick out guys that I saw in the guild banquet for new adventures. And I had to pick out people, and I had to convince them that we're doing this.
Which you did.
It was good.
Quite good.
It was good.
I would say.
I also played a warlock for the first character, so he had high charisma, and I tried to play that as well. He died. But like, I think
he got pancaked.
Yeah, he got pancaked. Yeah, I just think that making your players have a bigger role in this story makes them want to roleplay more. And I think that's just a thing that has lacked in our campaigns before. So I think it's just a great thing to take like into Lasse's campaign and then future campaigns.
And I think he, like the last two, I've been a part of.
Yeah.
So I guess the last three. Has been better. Because he had given us some kind of narrative to roleplay around.
Yeah, exactly. Also because then
the whole skull thing.
And then discussing between players about entering the skull, and then also Crocker dying, and then Marcus having to come back with a new character has led to more roleplay, because now we have to roleplay with this new party member.
Yeah, to learn to know him or something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been actually just getting a lot better with roleplay between players, which does make the D&D experience better, because it has not been a priority before, rather in the beginning. Because I remember when I started my campaign, and I had no experience with like DMing or playing for that matter. I was just like, okay, I'll just learn the rules, and then I'll learn combat, and then learn the story, and then I'll make something work, which led to us being able to play the game, but we didn't role play much in the game.
It became more like if you play.
It was more of a video game.
Yeah, like Diablo, and then every time you have a conversation with the NPC, you just press skip. And then,
it got to that quite a lot, that you just like skip through dialogue to get to the next checkpoint marker on the map, and then just do that objective. But I think I think that all of us in the group as a whole has gotten better at then role playing. And then there's been Lasse who's forced us a bit too much to role play. There's been some points where he was like, he's just like, discuss, and then he just sat and looked at us, and we were like, how do we?
It was more in the beginning of his. But
it's gotten more fluid.
As he gets more DMing, he gets better. As we get more campaign time with him, we get better at adapting to his DM style.
His DM style,
So,
I think that's fun.
Yeah.
And then me, on another note, as you said, I have a one-shot coming up.
Yeah. With Lilith, right?
Yeah, with Lilith.
Yeah, so, but with none of us.
No, it's with none of you guys. Me and Lilith attend the same university and study the same bachelor's program. But like we're doing this big one shot for 8 people at uni, and then
you co-DMing, or are one of you
kind of. What our plan is that we want to tell the big plan is that we wanted to play D&D more with people from uni, because a lot of people there want to play D&D, and some of them have never tried it but want to try it, and then just to create like a bigger experience for more people around D&D, because instead of just me holding a one shot with 4 people and then Lilith holding one shot sometime after with 4 people or 5 people, we just wanted to make like this big day where me and Lilith prepare one story, where each of us have our own table, and then we'll sit at opposite sides of the same room or in different rooms. And then the adventurers in the group will have a quest to retrieve this MacGuffin, this flower or something at the top of a mountain. And then the climax of the story is that we put the 2 tables together, and then they have to resolve the conflict where 2 different adventuring parties want the same item. And that's how we wanted to make the climax. And I just thought this was like it could be a role-playing moment, and it could also just be a big combat, which is also cool. And I thought it was
really get like the group versus group combats all that often.
No, exactly.
Because
because normally it's just one DM with like somewhere between 1 and 10 enemies, and then there's the adventuring party. But like it might make combat a lot longer. It probably does make combat a lot longer,
especially with new players.
But then me and Lilith will just be sitting at the table ruling and then helping.
What level do they?
4.
4.
They're at level 4, so casters will have first and second level spells, so they have some versatility. But we didn't give them level 5 because then the caster will have Fireball and Lightning Bolt, which will just dominate combat.
And
basically,
it's a bit much as well.
Yeah, it's a bit much because already putting new players at level 3 will have them choosing subclasses, and then that comes with even more options and things to understand. But we were like, okay, we'll put them at level 4, they'll get 1 ability score improvement, they'll get a subclass, they can like actually develop a character that I think is cool, and then they'll have kind of a bigger D&D experience with a lot of people that they can talk about. Also because we'll have the 2 groups doing basically the same adventure to get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
But they'll of course do different things at different tables, because one table might interact with this a certain NPC a lot, and the other table might ignore that NPC and then go do something else.
Or kill him.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So we've thought it was just fun to create this experience for more people, that they'll have almost the same story, but it's different tables, so it's kind of different.
So I know
I'm just quite excited for it.
You and Lilith have once both at different times wanted to DM as in English. Is it going to be in English or is it going to be in Danish?
No, we'll do it in Danish.
Okay, because
if
there's like one study at university who could talk English even though everybody talked Danish, it would be physics.
Yeah, that's true. It would also, just because you said it, it would be quite fun if one table actually talked English and another table talked Danish. Yeah. And then when we put them together, they'll be like, oh wait, the English talking people will be like, oh, we started, you're talking Danish
and the
we
Danish
started?
was like, rød med fløde.
Yes, the Danes are like, why are you dumbasses speaking English? Because everyone can speak English, I could imagine.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. Me and Lilith just thought that this idea of pitting two groups against each other and just like make it a bigger experience to let more people have
cool.
this D&D experience.
It sounds cool.
Yeah. It'll be a bit over the week before it actually happens, but I'll talk about it when it does, because I'm quite excited. Yeah,
I can imagine.
Yeah. And then also this Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can participate as well, but Marcus is doing a Christmas one shot.
Yeah, I'm going to participate.
Yeah, okay.
But he kind of took it from me.
Yeah, because I was like, David is gonna do his fourth one shot, his one shot campaign. Boys, step aside. And then Silas was like, "Is it gonna be Christmas themed?" And you said no. And then he's like, "I want a Christmas themed one shot."
I thought about I could do it, but it was like just making the wizard or the Santa. But yeah,
that would be fun.
But yeah, then I was like, okay, then the moral dilemma would be kind of different.
Yeah, because then it's choosing between
do you want
Santa Claus or something else.
Or Santa.
Money.
You are naughty boy. Or a cutesy little man.
Yes, exactly. But Marcus is, or rather, Silas? Silas is actually the one doing the one shot.
Yeah, Marcus was like,
nah,
just do it, David. And then Silas was like, I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it. He was not like asking. It was just
I'm doing this.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I've played with Silas before as the DM, and I hope he brings his Lego box.
Oh yeah, because that was awesome.
Yeah, he usually when Silas DMs, he has a box of Lego figurines from different Lego sets with Lego Lord of the Rings and Lego The Hobbits and Star Wars and all these kind of things, and we just get to pick a Lego figurine, and then he uses Lego figures for the enemies as well. It's always a lot of fun.
Very fun,
yeah, I hope he brings the Lego box again. Yeah.
I can imagine he doesn't even bring his own dices.
He brings the Lego box.
And then he DMs from his phone or something.
Yeah. You're gonna call it already.
Yeah.
He brings nothing and then DMs from his phone.
Yeah.
That might actually happen. That might be it. Yeah, that might be it actually.
It's probably gonna be it.
It's quite typical. Yeah. Brings nothing, DMs from phone. Yeah. He also plays using D&D Beyond on his phone. So
yeah. So and then he like has the same character every time, or not in my campaign.
No, he's actually playing a druid in your one-shot campaign.
But we're teasing him a lot about it, so maybe he was kind of forced.
Yeah, because in my campaign, which ran for 3.5 years, he played as this one barbarian that just never died. And then now he's playing as a fighter. So it's just barbarian who hits a bit
and then
more often.
In all my other one shots, he was also a barbarian called like Peter or.
He just has regular names.
Yeah,
he's just named Peter or Bo.
Bo.
Yeah, Bo is very normal in Danish.
Yeah.
Not as much in English, but like in Danish speaking country in Denmark.
He has a lot of Peters.
He has a lot of Peters.
Yeah, and then he had like one like totally different with Quandale.
Yeah, that's Quandale Dingleberry. That's just taken from some meme, I think.
Yeah. Kind of weird, but it's cool.
It's cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, he's maybe dead. He's in prison, I think.
Yeah. But
yeah, I'll
cool.
look forward to the Christmas one shot, and I'll of course look forward to talking about.
Do you know anything about it?
The Christmas one shot?
Yeah.
No, not anything more than he said today.
Okay.
I don't know if you read the group chat.
I skimmed it.
Okay, yeah, he wrote something about us.
Like, if you miss the first text, you miss 20 texts, and I'm like, okay, I'm level 7, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think the setting is something like we're a part of a Roman-ish army under some Caesar, and then we invade.
Mr. History himself.
Yeah, Mr. History himself. We invade England, something in the UK. We're invading, and then we learn about this concept called Christmas, because that's in their religion.
Yeah.
And then something happens, and I didn't read the rest. So I was out shopping while I read this, and then the cashier was like, "Are you gonna pay?" And then I just put away my phone and forgot about it. So I just stood in line reading this scene, and then the cashier was like, "Hello," and I was like, "Sorry, I'll just." Yeah, and then I forgot again. But that's what happens. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any more talking points for today.
Let's just call it then.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Let me just chirp my max first.